Hi, thank you, Martin. Yeah, let's start. What is Cybly? Cybly is a legal tech company here in Austria. Our main goal is to develop process-oriented IT solutions for the legal and finance, and with a comply in the area of compliance, and in all areas where we have a regulatory background. So mainly we are digitizing processes. We have here in Austria two products currently running. One is the LawTech, which is a legal database where Austrian, German, and European legislation, case law is in, and you can have with one search, you can look over the different sources. And on the other hand side, we have also, there is an app which is called Rees app, which is mainly the mobile application for the Rees system here in Austria, which is provided by the government, and we provide the mobile application in combination with the government to this Rees website. So we analyze legal processes in their entire and then implement tailored solutions. So this is our main goal. Next slide, please. When we go to contracts, we have seeing with our customers that they are having more and more unmanaged numbers of documents and less time to perform this task. We had last year a customer where they had to view 800,000 documents for certain informations. And if you do it manually, I think you have two possibilities: either to hire 1,000 students or 100 students, which then go through these documents, or you do it more in an IT solution. And here, this is what we are facing here. So what we see that only a minimal data set is normally stored when we are talking about contracts. So in the CRM system, in the contract management system, or somewhere else, we only store main information like what is the customer, maybe contract starts, contract ends, maybe also some kind of type of the contract and the digitized version of the contract, but not more. So there is no information what is the content of the contract. So, and every time when there is a change in law either by a new court decision or something like this, then you are facing the issue that you have to find suddenly all the contracts which are affected by this change. For example, if there is a change in law, for example, for rental contracts, you have to find the rental contracts which are affected by this change in law, and you have to either adapt the clause. So you have to know which rental contracts have this clause in. And the same is for hiring contracts and so on. So this is the starting point for our use case. Next slide, please. So we thought, well, how we can help here. And what our solution is, we want to automate the contract processing and link the contract also with other documents that you have an overview. Because most of the time, one contract, you have not only a contract, you have also email communication with this contract or other side letters and other information. And this could be also spread over different systems within the company. So to get an overview of one single contract over one single customer, it's not easy. When we have done this process, what we want to also provide you the possibility to alert you when there are regulatory changes. Because in the case there is the regulatory changes, then you know immediately which contracts are affected. And with this, we can also input the passing back the information we have extracted to the existing system. So it's our solution is mainly a backend solution. This solution is not always driven by front end. We have a small front end, but it's thought more to process the information on the contracts and pass it back to the existing legacy systems where this information can be used then. So, and with this, you will win efficiency. So our pilot looks in the main thing like this. You have contracts which are harvested from different sources. Sources can be file system, but can also be by interface from a CRM system or from an interface from an email system. And we do the text extraction, knowledge extractions with in combination with Lynx services. We have other services also where we extracting this knowledge and then building a document structure, which is on our side. And based on the structure, then we can generate output. This output can be, and on the one hand side, only in a digitalized format and feeding it back to the customer system, or we send you notifications about changes, or a small, or within our application. So let's have a look on our demo. So this has also been pre-recorded only to be on the safe side. I already mentioned that our service is mainly on the backend. I have now configured one service which is watching this watch directory. Every time when there is a document added to this directory, it will be analyzed and then added to our system. So what I'm doing now is I have this rental contract. If we look there, it's a normal rental contract. It's in German, as our use case is mainly for German countries, for Austria. So if I put this now to the directory, it will be now processed. To show you what's happened in the background, we have a demo site also where you can test our highlighting and so on. And we do it now. So we go there and we drop our rental contract there. Now it will be uploaded to the system and processed and converted to a Lynx document, and this Lynx document is converted. So it's already ready, so we don't have too much time. As you can see, we lost the formatting, but this is not so necessary for our use case. We are mainly interested in the information. As you can see, we have different annotations. We have dates, durations. We have even entities which are coming from a terminology, which is here, as you see, mainly for contractual and here for rental contracts. We have even found account numbers, different amounts, cities. We have entries for company numbers in the Austrian company register. We have an index clause for the year, which is bind to which index year it is, and even the norms or the legislation we have found within the contract. If we want to see it, our demo also allows us to only highlight certain things, and here we go, and here we see which norms we currently have. Here it's the MRG, which is the Mietrechtgesetz, and which is mainly necessary for rental contracts. In the meantime, our other solution should also be ready. This is the dashboard of our legaltech application, which is also for LawTech. And so let's open here, and we have a personal collection here. In this personal collections, we have this demo collection, and I have configured that everything what is loaded to this watch directory is loaded to this personal demo collection. If we look now to this collection here, you can see that we have now our rental contract is there, and our other documents we have already also there is also added already. When we go to this, when we want to have additional information, we want to have this for this rental contract, you see that we have found before these different norms, this different legislation. And as you can see, we have now linked them. And if I click now also on here, you see that we are related to this a paragraph within this legislation, and we see that this is referenced from our contract, which we need to have, and it's also referenced by other legislation, no case law, sorry. So even there are 3 of them. So let's go back. So if we go back to our contract, so you can see that we have here only highlighted the different annotations found, but as you can see, these were the same highlights we have found before within our demo application. Why we do this? This is necessary as we have now here the links. We have a certain service which is notifications, and if we go now to the notifications, this I cannot influence anymore because this is real time. And as you can see, there is a notification that there is a certain legislation has changed, and this has changed by the 1st of January this year. And this helps me now if I'm getting a notification that a certain paragraph has changed. For example, from the previous one, this paragraph 1069 of the AGBB, I know now all the contracts or all the documents I have to really say which are related to. And this helps me that I can be aware which documents I have to take a look if I'm affected by this legislation change. I even can then later on move this to my section of contracts. There I have another structure here, which can be used to organize the contracts on different levels. So I can then move these documents from my personal collection here to a shared collection within the company, and everyone within this company can see it. I could even have configured it so that it is in a public shared folder within the company. So what I can also do, as it is now added to the thing, if I add meet vertrag and I search within my documents, then I found the thing, and I can also look, for example, for software. There I will find the other ones. I think this gives you a short overview about what the contracts use case is about and how we use the Lynx platform, and maybe you have some questions we can answer afterwards in the Q&A.
So thank you very much once again.